this second trip to the final shop. Had to pick me up a couple more joints, man. I finna just go ahead and start off by showing y'all what I got. Man, Free Black. This joint, this is my joint back in college, boy. This is probably one of my favorite albums all time. That's Black with the Dreads too. That was my joint in college. Um, I had to get that Lemonade joint. I'm a hip hop head, but I love everything, bro. This a classic for sure. If you know me, you know this joint right here. D'Angelo Brown Sugar. D'Angelo the GOAT. For real. He the GOAT. That nigga, he about the only person you know could disappear for 6 years, 10 years, 20 years, and then come back and still give us quality music because you know what he coming with every time. Um,
Right.
what else I got? I got them organized now, so I gotta sort through everything. Last week I showed y'all that Michael Jackson bad thriller though. Thriller joint. I had to get the Thriller joint. I feel like they had
That's
another
a
one at the
classic.
record shop I went to. I feel like I'm gonna double up on the Thriller joint. Um, man, I ordered Drogas Wave again, and they sent the same shit over again. So I'm guessing Amazon just don't got it in stock. I'm like, I told my best friend just go ahead and send it back, and I'm gonna just keep this one, and they can refund you because I'm probably gonna listen to it, see what's up with it. But yeah, man, they on dirt me when it comes to Drogas Wave.
They want you to listen to that shit.
Bro, it's so bad. Forcing it on me on that Queen Latifah, all hail the Queen.
hmm
You know, man,
Classic shit.
I had to support Queen Latifah, one of the goats. Another one, how we was talking about Common last week. She started dabbling in other stuff, and people forgot how cold of a spitter she was. But man, then she what was that BT or something this year? They did the gave her a little appreciation night with Rhapsody and MC
Yeah.
Light and all them. So man, I told y'all about this one last week. Cyrock, Sharecropper's Daughter, the deluxe edition. This dropped last year. If you ain't listened to that, man, you got to again. Like Queen Latifah, just dope women MCs, dope MCs in general. But they don't get enough shine. We definitely gonna start shining light on them too. But man, if you one of those people who feel like you just don't know enough women MCs, they just not out there. It's spitters out there. It's spitters who could rap with the best of them, the men. So man, that Summer Walker over it. Summer Walker, she on that trajectory to be one of the greatest R&B artists. She one of the greatest of this current generation. So I have to get that. That's actually one of my favorite albums of the last couple years, to be honest. Of course, SZA, Control, another classic. TDE, Kendrick, Weekend, all the gang on this joint. I had to get that. I love SZA, man. Um, Astro World, Travis, Sicko Mode, Yosemite, all them joints. Weekend, he one of them hit makers, our generation. Man, I woke up on what day did I go? Friday. I woke up on Friday again, go vinyl shopping, cause I was really looking for the Weekend House of Balloons. I knew I wasn't gonna find it nowhere, but I found it said it was available at some Target in Easton or some place up north. I should have knew they was lying to me, cause I'm I'm thinking to myself, if I'm gonna find House of Balloons, it's gonna have to be in a record shop online. They not finna have that at Target. I don't know why. I still drove all the way up north to get it with my homie, and we get there. Of course, they didn't have it. Oh yeah, hey y'all got House of Balloons? Oh man, we had that a couple weeks ago. Like so, y'all just don't update y'all website, man. You know it's just hard sometimes. All right, bro. Left Target. I was so mad, but we stopped at Best Buy. That's why I got the Queen Latifah and Astro World and that Thriller joint. Then we headed to the record shop in Hyde Park, and we found some joints. I ain't get House of Balloons, but I got on Echoes of Silence, a class. Man, that the whole trilogy just hard. They had, I think they had Thursday too. I'm gonna go back probably this week or next week to get Thursday. Then I'm probably gonna have to order probably just gonna have to order House of Balloons off like Discogs or something like that. But man, this really, I feel like this my one of my prized possessions, Mike. You already know. You already know. Stolen Youth. Vince Staples, Larry
Oh,
Fisherman, Mac Miller.
that's a rarity right there.
Bro,
That's a come up.
I didn't even know they would have this on vinyl, bro. I went
That's
in
a come
there
up.
and I get to looking through stuff. I off the rip grab the Black, the Summer Walker, that scissor joint. Then I just started going through the hip hop section. My homie he grabbing a couple. And I see this joint. I grab it instantly. He surprised what that is. He ain't even hip. He rock with Mac Miller heavy, but you know he hip hop, but he ain't all the way in hip hop. So I see that joint and go
Right.
crazy. And everybody looking around, they don't even know what it is. They had faces too, but you know me, I was finna go crazy. I would have spent 1,000 something. I had to. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna come back, but I had to get them joints, man. That Stolen Youth though. I don't think that's on. That ain't even on streaming right now. Face is coming to streaming though.
Nope.
I think Face is coming on the 10th. That Mac Miller, it's the 10th. It might be the first. I'm not really sure. Whatever, probably that first Thursday in October. That's probably when it's gonna be. But man, Stolen Youth, that's classic, man. That's
Yeah.
classic,
That shit is rare.
man,
They like that's a once in a lifetime opportunity just for it to just be sitting there and
bro.
nobody know what's up.
Man, I don't know. We're gonna have to get into it. I don't know if it's gonna be today, but sometime just about our generation. When it comes to mixtapes, it's so many classics that came out our generation. Stolen
Right.
Youth, one of them. So Far Gone, Friday Night Lights, Warm Up. You know, Forever in the Day, Cushion Orange Juice, man.
Mixtape era was
Detroit,
crazy.
bro. Our whole generation, long term mentality with Ab Soul. It's so many just classic. I feel like everybody in our generation who came up had a classic mixtape or something like that. Like it was crazy, man. But yeah, I just have to show y'all the vinyls, the new vinyls I got off rip, man. But y'all already know it's your boy Eclipx. I'm here with my brother Mike, man. And yeah, we finna get into some stuff, man. It kind of been a slow week this week for music. Not a whole lot of new music dropped. I think last week we brought up Playboi Carti. I told y'all it was supposed to come out. Don't If it don't come out, you know how Carti, he one of those Kanye's. They give you a day, they move around a lot, then it probably randomly drops sometimes. That didn't end up dropping on his birthday. Um he bought up Westside Gunn. That didn't drop. He pushed it back, but he finally gave us a date. We told y'all he pushed it back because somebody wanted to be a part of it. He wanted to get that feature in. That didn't drop, but he finally gave us a date. Said it's gonna be on the 24th. That being said, he did give us all the features and all the producers. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that off real quick. I'm guessing the feature that he was waiting for was Jay Electronica, because that was his first person on his list. Jay Electronica, Two Chains, Tyler, Stove God Cooks, Benny Conway, Armani Caesar, Chase Fetty, Keisha Plum, Heen, Larry June, Flea Lord, TF, Rome Streets, AZ, Tiana D, the homie Mock Kami, Jay Worthy, Billy Esco, A.A. Rashid, Julia Lang. Then on the producer side, of course, he got Derringer, Alp, Denny LaFleur, Jay Versace, Camouflage Monk, Conductor, The Goat Mad Lib, DJ Green Lantern Sovereign, Sadu Gold, King JYVB, Nicholas Craven, and J.R. Swift. So you see who a part of it, man. That producer list is crazy.
The amount of features he was waiting on and producers and shit. This This ain't no regular deluxe, bro. This is a whole
Man.
new. This a whole new album.
And I want to say, man, I know the other week when we was talking about Donda Certified Lover Boy, we was talking about the use of a lot of features. But if you know Westside Gunn, he a architect, what word he be using, a curator. He know how we said was if you got to set your world and your vision and fit the features and stuff in that vision. You can't just add them just to add them. Westside Gun is amazing at putting people exactly where they want to be. Kind of how Kanye was back in the day, where he'd take most deaf and people who you probably wouldn't think would collab
Consequence.
together, yeah, and put them together.
All of them, yeah.
And that's how Westside is right now, man. He take people, he put them just like a point guard. He gonna get you the ball in the right spot, and he amazing at using features exactly how they should be used, and really taking advantage of it to the utmost degree. So, man, I'm definitely excited for this. After this joint, he said he retiring the Hilla West Hermes title. But man, I'm just excited for that album, man, for sure. What else we got? Blue drop next week, man. My name is Blue. He dropped that joint next week. I don't mention Blue probably like 2, 3 times. He one of the goats, man. So
Yeah.
man, I told everybody, man, this week, man, we finna hit that big 25 on what Thursday, man. It's both
Thursday.
man, both our birthdays Thursday. So I mean, I can't complain. We got the
Yeah.
night of our birthday, we got some good new music coming in. That's like a birthday gift in itself right there, man.
Yeah. I'm just glad we made it. Shit. But
Man,
from C25, where
for
we
sure.
from and shit, all the
Yeah.
shit we've been through, shit like that, man. I'm just glad to see 25.
No, for sure, man. It's a blessing, man. Especially seeing, man, hip hop and personal lives, man. I know I done lost some people who meant a lot to me, both young and old. Well, like we said, where we come from, you see, so many of our young artists from the city of Chicago, we lose them 14, 15, 16. So making it to Herbo just dropped his album this year, 25. And he talked about just making it to 25 is it feel like an accomplishment. Like I made it, I survived. You feel me? It's
Right.
almost it's almost like you starting your second life. Like I made it. I made it through my first life. Now I really could start my second life and really get in this, man. And well, we on this episode 5 right now. So we've been doing this for a
Yeah.
month, man, and we getting better. We the chemistry, we getting more natural with it, man. We trying to bring out different stuff. So it's like, yeah, this really about a month anniversary for us doing the podcast, man. And we appreciate everybody and the support y'all been giving us for sure. Man, yeah, we turning 25. Hopefully, in a new year, we got we hopefully bring y'all just amazing takes, introduce y'all to a bunch of just amazing music. And man, give
Yeah.
us suggestions and just grow this podcast together for real.
Yeah. I'm down. Talk about whatever, man. Shit. Hands
Man,
off. Whatever y'all see, whatever y'all hear. Even if it's new music you think we ain't even heard
for
of,
sure.
shoot it all away, man.
For sure,
We
man.
I listen to anything once, man. Like the same way Randy, he found a couple artists new drops this week. We gonna get into it. Uh what was his name? The
Um,
first dude you sent me that the real abstract.
oh
Like
man, that
real
joint.
abstract.
Let me
That,
see. That was my first time hearing them. I think it's a group. Injury Reserve. They dropped an
yeah,
album
and
called By the Time I Get to Phoenix. Man, my homie on from the Rowdy Regime, IRL, man. Check his music out, _IRL. He'll produce and make amazing beats, man. He sent it to me earlier that week, but I was busy throughout the week. But then I saw people on Instagram, some hip hop pages I follow, they was sharing it on their stories and stuff. So man, I done seen this album about 4, 5 times. What's to it? Then somebody they said if you rock with JPEG Mafia, who I rock with heavy, man, check him out. He got 2 amazing albums that I done heard, Veteran and All My Heroes Are Cornballs. Those amazing. They say if you rock with JPEG Mafia and Earl, check that out. So those two extremely talented artists, abstract artists. If you rock with abstract music, trying to think of the best way to describe it. It's like abstract art, man. You know how
Like when you first listen to it, you're gonna be like, "Yo,
yeah,
what is this?"
it's an acquired
It
taste.
the beats are different. The rapping is different. It ain't nothing. I can guarantee you, it ain't nothing you used to.
Yeah,
It ain't
it's
nothing like mainstream era right now. Rap this decade, last decade, it ain't nothing like you used to, nothing like you ever heard. So
for sure,
it'll take a
man.
new set of ears to not even get used to, but like to just reel yourself in.
Yeah, just to
I
accept
was
it.
telling them, I made it to track 2 and was like, yo, yo,
Bro,
what this nigga got me listening to, bro?
that's different.
This like I was trying to ride like in my car trying to ride the beat a little bit, Nigga was I texted, man, I feel like I'm finna have a seizure trying to ride this beat, man.
Bro,
Like trying to just listen to it and vibe out a little bit. But
no,
it's
for
super
sure.
different. Super different.
It's
Ain't
different,
nothing wrong with
man.
different either, though.
That joint, it was hard though. That's the thing, man. Yeah, abstract music, it's kind of hard to explain, man. I guess you could say, I guess you could say, yeah, it's like abstract art, really. You slap paint on a paintboard, and when you look at it, people used to this a stick figure, this a house. Abstract music is it's like the paint. They might slap a bunch of colors on a board, and you look at it and you just feel they anger or they pain or something like that. That's pretty much abstract music, man. It's the beat selection. It's everything working kind of in conjunction with each other. The beat giving you a feeling, and sometimes say like a person or Billy Woods. We gonna get into some of that a little later. They got real what's that lethargic or um they real lethargic or nonchalant in they flow. They not really expressing a whole lot of emotions like that in their voice. So the beat sometimes it's what invoke that emotion, and they style of rapping is kind of it's abstract, and they say stuff in a different way that's not necessarily straightforward. It they back to man, I don't know if it necessarily started with Doom, but Doom might kind of be the face of abstract
Oh yeah,
hip hop.
Earl will tell you straight up.
Yeah.
Doom is one of his biggest inspirations.
He was just talking about that on the Rory and Mal pod when they was with out. He was talking about that's why he rapped the way he do in a sense. If you've been listening to music for a while, you could kind of tell that rap songs getting shorter. They used to be 4 5 minutes sometimes. Now you lucky to get 3 minutes. Now they probably hovering around 2 minutes. And Earl, one of those dudes, he gonna give you one verse, maybe two. He probably ain't gonna get. You never ain't gonna get 3 verses. And Earl album pretty short. It'll probably be 7 to 10 tracks and
Right.
30 minutes at the most. But you because they not saying stuff straightforward. They packing a lot in that one
Yeah,
verse.
you gotta really listen and back
Yeah.
home so you can
So
understand what's going on in this song. And if you ain't listening, if you looking for something to vibe out to and just, headbanger music, that ain't what you're gonna find when you
Yeah,
listening to a couple of the latest, Earl
for sure.
projects.
It ain't abstract music ain't what you finna play when you trying to party, but if you wanna when you trying to get introspective or like your brain challenge, that's that's the way to go, man. Mad Villainy, yeah, MF Doom, Mad Villainy, Mad Lib. They dropped in what 2001. That's one of the greatest albums of all time. Top three to me. That's probably the like the face of abstract music. Era got one. A lot of people we know Era from Doris and rocking with Tyler and all that.
Yeah,
Some rap songs. People used to talk about that a lot. And when I first heard it, even and I rock with hip hop. When I first heard that, it was different. One, because I'm listening to it. I think I listened to it in the shower one day. That was the first time I listened to it, just thinking, because I'm trying to think. And I'm listening. I'm kind of vibing to it. After like 20 minutes, that joint just cut off. Because
right.
I ain't never look at the length of it, but I seen it with like 10 tracks. That joint cut off after like 20 minutes. I hop out the shower thinking, like, why the hell they just paused the music? I look, the album over with. But that's one of them joints that grew on me. I heard people they always talking about like, bro, this is probably the greatest album of all time. And bro, y'all capping. But then I listen to it. The more I listen to it, the more it's it challenge you, and I can see why people say that. Again, it's a short album, but he packs so much, and it's a roller coaster ride of just emotion, bro. I'm listening to that, and I feel his sadness, and I feel his pain, and everything. The beat, his lyrics, they paint that picture so well. So man, this album right here is from the first track. I'm listening to the first track outside, and it's only what? It's 6 minutes long. That's probably why it got me. Cause the first time I'm listening to it, I had to check to see. Wait, did the track what track I'm on? Cause that first song, it take you through like 1,000 different emotions. It's a couple beat switches that really make you think. You don't listen to like 5, 6 songs on the album. And I'm this. I text my homie because I think what he say. I think he was like, "Let me know when you get the top picks for you." And I'm listening to this like, bro, you talking about let you know when I get there. I'm still on the first track, and I feel like I done listened to 5 of them. But man, like my homie Mike say, that Superman that beat is dip, man. That's when the abstractness really hits you. Is that first track, it just throw a lot of emotions at you. That second track, you trying to catch the beat, and it's beautifully done. I know a lot of people sometimes with abstract artists too. You might listen to them and it might sound like they offbeat, but they offbeat, but it's in a way where it's talent in being offbeat. Some people are offbeat because they don't really know what they're doing, or they can't find the beat. Some artists sometimes like Earl or Makami, sometimes he real good at it offbeat on purpose, but it's still meticulous. They punching in them syllables at the right moment where even though they offbeat, they really still on beat. Like it's still real. It still got a rhythm to it, man. And this joint, like my homie say, that second joint, how you trying to catch the beat for real? Top picks for you. That joint took me through so many emotions. I'm really listening to that joint, and man, the pain, the sadness, frustration, man, everything, man. It's an album I'm definitely glad I got recommended, man. Like I say, it's worth a listen. You got to challenge yourself, man. If you rock with, and we should be used to being challenged, it's different. It blur the genre sometimes. Sometimes it don't always seem hip hop. It's not no trap stuff. It's not no heavy 808s and stuff all the time. So really, that's the part that's gonna challenge you because used to. You might hear this. This ain't hip hop because we used to now everything having that trap 808 elements to it. But man, I mean, we listen to Ye, bro. All this whole generation grew up on Ye, and he done challenged us so many times with his sampling and his production that once you get past that, yo, everything don't have to have 808s. It's pretty easy to get into abstract music, but if you want to challenge yourself, this album is definitely the album to do that with. Um, it's amazing, man. Like it's amazing. I done listened to it probably like 2 or 3 times, and it's amazing for sure. Um, Another album that dropped this week. It's only really two that dropped this week, if we're being honest. I don't think I saved it. Well, Mozzy album dropped last week.
The
We
you
didn't
talking
really,
about the other album
yeah,
we talked about? The other album was
more mother. I know.
yeah, More Mother.
We ain't really get into this. Mozzy, I think his album dropped in the middle of the week. No, yesterday, 17th. Oh, it did drop this week then.
Yeah.
Mozzy, man. If you rock with Mozzy, man, if you know Mozzy, you already know that's at West Coast. If you rock
He
with
on that
YG,
this man, look at some of the features, bro. ESTG,
Babyface Ray for sure. You already know what that is.
yeah, like they talking that shit on this.
Hey, look,
This
we talk about real rap stuff. It's some guys that's talent like ESTG. He's talented. Like he not miracle, lyrical, super syllable, all
yeah,
that, but he talented. He know how to rap. He know how to rap. Like he one of those dudes who in that trap lane that I really rock with because he really know how to rap. But man, this joint, if you rock with YG, if you rock with Nipsey, he kind of give you that feeling. I got into him a while back. He got some LA Leakers joints. We was talking about the LA Leakers and they freestyles last week. He got some LA Leaker joints that he went off on. Um, I'm a big fan of Sue Surf, battle rapper from Jersey, who he a talented rapper though. I think I got on the Mozzy. It was a while back, but I mean I remember specifically listening to Sue Surf and I think on his album 725, Mozzy was on one of them tracks. And then that's really I think when I really got into Mozzy. Him and Surf dropped the Blood Cousins album. Um Mozzy hard. He a West Coast spitter. Real street, but he be spitting. Kendrick shouted him out at the Grammys. I think when he won the album of the year for Damn. Man, this joint Mozzie, he snapped, man, and he like the title Untreated Trauma, man. He paint that picture, man. Just where we grow up, whether it's South Central, whether it's Chicago, whether it's Atlanta or whatever, man. You know what everybody go through, losing people, losing homies, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. And just the repercussions of that, the backlash, the trauma that come with that, man. He paint that picture well. He paint that picture in a way where he flexing his skill at the same time, man. It's the same way. It's West Coast. You know what beat you getting, man. It's that West Coast feel. It got some trap elements to it. It's some joint. It's the type of joints where I know the last album I said they ain't the joints to really, play in a party. This the type of joints you ride out to. You on the expressway. You on the 290. You bump this joint, man. It's a vibe for sure.
you play this on a party, man. Shit gonna get turned all the way
Oh, for
around.
sure, for sure, man. This definitely a listen, man. We were just mentioned More Mother. Um, I mentioned Billy Woods a little earlier. I got hip to more mother from through Billy Woods. They dropped a collab album last year called Brass. Real dope project, classic, one of the best albums I've ever heard. Brass right here. But she dropped yesterday the Black Encyclopedia of the Air. Um, and this was a surprise project. She was working on another project after Brass. This was made I think last year when the whole quarantine and all that kicked off. She made this just she was used to she toured. She one of those people she liked to tour a lot, so she always on tour. She dropped frequently, so she always on tour. She always on the road. So being locked in the house, she said it was an adjustment for her. She ain't really like it. She being out, that's what she need. So being locked in the house, it just kind of started as having fun, recording at the crib. She was dealing with stuff. How she said, looking outside, looking at the rest of the world, seeing they dealing with this pain, dealing with this isolation that we wasn't used to. It was kind of everybody really got they in a way they freedom stripped away from them. It's a
Right.
lockdown, no more parties, no really traveling, and all this
But
stuff.
what better way to spend it though?
So
Just creating music, doing being in the house, doing what you love and shit like that. So I look at it as like a blessing. She had something else coming, but hey, in the meantime, take this. Something I threw together. Something that, I had time to let marinate and shit like that while I was in the house by myself. So this is something. This was a nice little listen to. Though. Oh, your shit, yeah.
no, for sure. This this joint, if she got a real spoken word type of way of spitting. Um, she a real pulling from her end. Billy Woods. They really pull from and I think that's why they collab work so well. They pull from the trauma that us as Black people done experienced throughout history. Whether it's through slavery, certain periods of time, civil rights movement. I'm talking back to Egypt, back to the beginning of time, and they always kind of do it in a way where it correlate back to the situations that we deal with today. This joint here ain't no different, man. She putting from the trauma we done dealt with in history. You see the title Black Encyclopedia of the Air. It was kind of playing on, the coronavirus, man. You know how that it being some airborne, it's traveling and just all it's like I say, man, all the stuff we don't went through in history, man. The artist she got on here, Elucid, he a freaking collaborator of Billy Woods. They in a group called Arm& Hammer, so that was a pretty obvious collab. Pinks of
All
Food,
of these, all these names, underground shit.
yeah, oh yeah,
Pinks
for
of
sure.
he, hey, he nice.
You put,
Pinks of,
I think you put me on the Pinks of Food last year. Sent me one of his albums.
yeah, no, that wasn't even last year. That was earlier this
Yeah,
year. That
earlier
was
this year.
yeah, probably around like February. Yeah, I was telling you about it. I had listened to some of his shit. He nice though. He nice with it.
Nah, he for sure. Man, I feel like did he drop an album that I missed, or he got an album coming before the end of the year? I remember him announcing it.
He no, he dropped one August 3rd.
August 3rd.
Yeah, it's called Gumbo.
I missed
He
that one.
dropped one. Yeah, he dropped a man. He had at least about three this year alone. Yeah, he dropped about three. He keeping his name out there. If y'all know, y'all know, and if you don't, you gotta get hip. He got about he had another one called Negro Deluxe. Um, shit, what else he had? Fly Seafoods. Uh, and then Smoke Break. That
Oh, for
that came
sure.
out this year too.
But man, so for sure, man, if you really get into it, I'ma recommend the joint with Pink Siifu. He amazing, man.
Yeah,
The whole album is a listen. Made a Circle, man. Nappy Nina, Messiah, Atonia, Gabriella, Orion's Son. That's a couple female artists for you just to get into again. Just offering different styles. Like I said, she more so spoken word. It's real jazz heavy, real historic. If you read a lot, if you really just into facts, history, educate yourself on, our history, man. This the type of music for you. The Phoenix joint, that's really abstract, like we said. The
if
Mozzy
y'all
joint,
if you fuck with what No Name, this is right up the alley, because like she talking that introspective, that advocacy, that activism, all of that, wrapped up in one. Uh, No Name, she real big on that. She got No Name. If she gonna put out something, she gonna put out some activist shit. And this is exactly in that same vein. I feel like they could even make a collab together, and it'll sound exactly how you expect. If you listen to this and you listen to some No Name her shit,
so
you'll see what I mean when I say they right in the same vein.
no man, and how I said earlier when I showed the Cyrock vinyl, it's just a different side of the coin, man. When it comes to
Yeah,
a
it
lot
ain't
of these
it
women,
ain't it ain't even like, man. If you getting like, I hear a lot of people be talking about how all the women rap is just the same shit, talking about popping pussy, you know, that you know what I mean. It's like Nicki Minaj, Carti, Meg. They they show more body positivity, music, and tearing down the gender norms, and they do a lot of that,
for sure.
and I don't take praise from that, because that's something that's needed as well. Uplift the women, make them feel good about themselves. But there's a whole different side of the rap game, especially with the women, that be killing shit. If you want to hear that street shit, like how Cardi used to be, that real street shit, or even harder, because
Still,
Cardi shit was hard, but I'm talking women out here that's going neck to neck with some of our favorites.
for sure.
Some of and then you got the activist bag. You could get all of that. Like Rhapsody, when we was talking about Rhapsody album, not that last week,
The
I believe,
Eve
or the
joint,
week before that. The Eve joint. She she's spitting hard activism, hard pushing the women
yeah,
agenda, all of that, and it's all in one album. So you could get anything you looking for. You don't have to just listen to the mainstream shit, the shit you hear on radio, the shit
for
you
sure.
gonna hear in the clubs and shit. You ain't gonna hear this stuff in the club, but it's hard music.
And it's not even. And again, no name. It's sometimes the presentation and skill with which you do it with. No name. It's not like no name and Cyrock and Rhapsody. It ain't. They still talk about sex and turning up and having
Right,
fun, but they balance it. And again, like Mike said, it ain't about not giving the Cardis and the Nickies and stuff praise. It's more so about the balance. A lot of people don't know that it's Rhapsodies and Cyrocks and stuff out there. A lot of people. Queen Latifah been embracing the body positivity and women empowerment and stuff like that. She did it in a different way than it's done now. It was done with more versatility. more mothers. She, you know, the same way.
Yeah, lyrical, like
Yeah,
real
and Rhapsody
lyrical.
was talking about that before in an interview. How people think she just like at the crib and right bar. Like I still go out and dance. I still go out and twerk. I still date. She still, like she said, I still love sex and stuff like that. But
It
you
just ain't
know,
on Front Street like
yeah,
Cardi is. Cardi was she came up from stripping. Like that was her first thing. So yeah, it's on front display. Meg the Stallion, she loved her. She natural goddess, you know.
for sure.
She loved what she got. She gonna show it. She gonna shake. She everybody always say the Meg the Stallion knees. You know, she get down, she twerk, all of that. And that's Lil Kim was like that. Lil Kim was some of the freakiest, most
Man,
sexual bars you could ever get came from Lil Kim.
bro, what? Trina,
And
Kitty Boo, all them.
but the way the like she had that, but also Lil Kim was she would get
Yeah.
on Junior Mafia and shit and rapping with Biggie.
And that's
Fucking
really the issue now. It's that's the only issue where it's just not we ain't got the balance that we once had. Where the lyrical people is on the front pages and the the party people. We had at early 2000s and stuff, we had Nelly's, we had Dipset and those guys more, the party, the flair, it was their style and they was like a movement. They weren't, super lyrical, but at the same time, they was able to be big at the same time that, Lupe's and Eminem's and Mob Deep and the guys, Wu-Tang and all those people who was super lyrical and flex skill, everybody was able to be on, on the front lines. They was all the label wanted everybody. They all got play, they all got spins on the radio and stuff like that. Now we just in a time where if
if
you ain't
you
pushing that,
find you
yeah,
yeah,
certain
you find
agenda,
you one gym, you find you a nice little act that's gonna keep the lights on and they
yeah,
pushing them harder than they pushing everybody else, man. I
no,
remember man, like the shit they used to do back in the day, just even when it came to outside of music, we had Def Jam Vendetta, Def Jam Fight from New York, the games. They had all they whoever was on the label, whoever was into it, whoever wanted to do it, they put them in a video game. Granted, like I hear a lot of them say like they didn't get paid for it or shit like that. Some
yeah,
people didn't get paid for it. It was a part of their contracts to do shit like that. But like I seen DMX in the studio with them, going over how he want his finishing move to be and shit like that. And it gave you a taste of like people who play video games. They might not be into hip hop, but this is a fighting game with all the rappers that's in right now. It's like you find you a favorite character on the game. It's like, oh, let me go listen to some of his music,
no, for
or let me
sure,
go listen to Lil Kim was in the game. Let me go listen to her music or something. Like it, it was just they used to put everybody on. And granted, they still had their favorites and shit like that, but like they pushed everybody. It wasn't just find, who the hottest right now, who gonna give you the sound you looking for and push them all funds go into this one person while everybody else sitting in the back waiting for their turn.
no, for sure,
This was everybody eat.
for
That's what I feel
sure,
like.
no, for sure, man, and that's why it's so many. That's kind of why we try to focus more so on the underground, underappreciated kind of cats, because I mean, we talked about Drake and we talked about Kanye a lot. That's more so, those two out. I love Drake. We both grew up on Kanye, so that's just what we passionate about. I won't say our podcast is necessarily only underground or only that we more so want to focus on underground, just because those are people who need the light. Those are people who need platforms covering them so they can be heard. If we never talk about Drake or Kanye, it's not gonna affect them. They got
Right.
they got every label, every major distributor, everybody promoting them to the utmost degree. That's kind of why we try to shed light on the people who don't got that machine behind them. So man,
Yeah.
we just want to share a couple of. It wasn't a lot of new music again, like we said this week, but we just want to share a couple of those with y'all.
Like
Um,
I was hyped for what you call it. Big Boy, his
no, for
album was
sure.
supposed to drop, but they got pushed back till next week. Next week we got a couple shit. Like I ain't really too into G-Eazy, but I'll give it a listen. He's supposed to be dropping. Diddy's supposed to be dropping. So
Yeah,
I mean, if he dropped next week, I'm definitely gonna listen to that. Big
for
Boy, he's
sure.
supposed to drop next week. NBA YoungBoy supposed to drop. D Smoke supposed to drop some next week too. So I'll get that a listen too. D Smoke, like his his debut album he dropped, it was some good songs on that. I took a couple in the playlist era, like I always say. I took a few songs off that, threw it on.
Grammy
Uh,
nomination first time around too.
yeah, first time around and shit like that. And if you watched what was that show called? When he
No,
got big off of
wait on Chance and Cardi and Ti now.
yeah,
I forgot it.
Flow, I can't
Rhythm and
remember.
flow or something. Yeah.
Rhythm and Flow, yeah. He was fire on that shit, man. I remember listening to his shit on that, man. He was fire from the get go.
No,
So
for
like
sure.
I definitely me Grammy nominated right off the back. That's one of my favorite R&B acts. Sir, that's
For sure.
that's his little brother. So shit, I know he gonna have Sir on there a couple times, through a little vocals or some shit. Unless he trying to, stay away and let him get his own shine and shit. But Sir, that's my go. That's one of my go to. So I'm definitely gonna, check out his little brother when he come around.
No, for
That's about
sure.
it. That's all I see that should be coming next week though.
Yeah,
And I
that's
know that whatever Diddy got, it's
man.
gonna be some, it's gonna be some heat on that.
Definitely check. I mean, we see Jermaine Dupri wanted to do a versus against Diddy. He want Dre, man.
Man, Diddy said, man, I ain't got time for you. He said your arms too short.
Uh,
Yo, Diddy's so funny, G.
man, it's just I mean that versus
Like
could be
he
decent depending on how it go.
Jermaine Dupri got classics, bro. Like he behind some good
No, for
shit. Like
sure.
he got his name everywhere,
If
but
they let him play those records, he could have a chance. But that's at the same time saying, do Diddy get to play the records that he executive produced? Because if
I
so,
think they should just do producer, like a producer, not because both of them as rappers, they
bro, but it's not. If they
I
do
ain't
that,
trying
it's not
I ain't
fair
trying to
letting
hear,
it's not fair letting Diddy dump the
but
Biggie clip on him,
but
bro.
like Diddy told him my Mary J my Mary J. Blige and my Biggie shit will watch everything that you got. And he ain't wrong, but
Bro,
Jermaine Dupri got some shit too, but it ain't strong enough for
that's all
no
I'm
Diddy shit.
saying, bro. Bro, when
Producer, because it's gonna have to be. I'm guessing it's gonna have to be because Jermaine Dupri, he said, I know what you got, and I ain't running from it. But it's gonna have to be a producer battle because I ain't really trying to hear a whole set of just them actually ringing off their verse. I ain't trying to hear really their verses in the songs that they do got.
No, that's all I'm saying, man.
It's
It's
got to be a
just
producer.
it's unfair if when Diddy get the more money, more problem, when he get the all about the Benjamins victory, like bro, you can't let him do that, bro. The
Diddy
Hate Me
got
Now
man,
with
he got
Nas, the
Junior
Can't
Junior
Hold Me
Mafia,
Down. That's not fair, bro.
Junior Mafia, fucking all of Biggie stuff.
That's not
Mary
fair,
J.
bro.
Blige. He got the locks.
Bro, that's just not fair.
Bro,
That's what I'm
Diddy got
saying.
some. Diddy got some. He got made shit.
That's not fair.
It ain't gonna be fair.
I mean,
So
if you want,
he gotta see fucking Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre got
see,
lot of a lot of shit as
Dre
well. But
not fair either to me though. Dre
yeah,
got a bag.
but
Dre not fair for no. I said Dre not fair for nobody unless you do if you was to do a cross genre bag with Quincy Jones, cause bro Dre got the NWA bag. Dre got a Pac bag. Dre got Snoop bag. Dre got his bag. Chronic in
yeah,
2001. Dre got the 50 joints in the club and all that, man. Dre got M joints. That's not Dre got a 40 clip or a 50
yeah,
clip for people.
yeah. Like I said, if you don't, if
He got game stuff. He got some Kendrick joints, bro. That's
if you don't, I mean, if you don't do Dre and Diddy, Dre ain't really gonna have nobody. Like you said, Quincy Jones maybe, but like he ain't
yeah,
really
that's
gonna
cross
have
genre.
nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't really gonna have nobody to go against unless you do Diddy. Like Jermaine Dupri just gonna have to sit this one
No,
out. Like
Diddy can fight back. It's just you gonna lose. You just
some of it's like okay,
and I mean it
since we
ain't no
talking
shame
about
in losing
this,
to Diddy.
yeah,
I
ain't
mean
no
ain't no
shame.
shame in you losing to Dre.
If since we on the topic of versus the Ja Rule and Fat
Bro,
Joe versus
y'all pack your man out.
this is what I say about the same thing that I said about this versus is what I say about Diddy and Drake. It's about who got the confidence coming in, who got like the crowd participation. I didn't think the crowd participation was
Bro,
gonna be so
I don't think it
lopsided.
mattered with Dre though. Cause look, I'm gonna tell you why.
Some of them
Who
songs,
Dre bringing out though. NWA gonna make an appearance. Cause it's certain people like Dre, Jay. If they come,
I
they
know they
coming
gonna
out.
bring, but
Everybody gonna want to be a part
bro,
of it.
if like it ain't, bro, he brings Jadakiss back out.
Bro.
Jadakiss, bro,
But look,
Jadakiss,
that's what I'm saying. That's it. Who the biggest people he can bring out is probably Jade and them. Biggie, R.I.P.
Mary J.
Biggie
Blige come
gone.
out.
But
Mary J.
Drake,
Blige come out, sing some of her
I
shit.
hear you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Who else? Who else come out? Man, if he get Mace to come out,
Bro, I hear you.
Mace don't fuck with him, but if he get Mace to come out,
Bro, I hear you.
and then the crowd gonna be hyped as shit for them Biggie records. Them
Bro.
Biggie records. If he get Lil Kim to step out,
I hear you, bro.
bro, it's gonna be a battle of gods.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. Dre gonna bring NWA out, all right? Dre gonna
That's
bring
gonna
50 out. Dre if 50 come
Eminem
out,
after
he gonna look on
Eminem
the
come
other
out, yeah.
side and he gonna see John now and he gonna say something. If he gonna bring 50 out, he gonna bring NWA out. He bringing the game out. He bringing M out. He bringing Kendrick out, bro.
50 so into his own thing that I don't.
He'll
It's
come out for
wishy
Dre.
washy. He would. I 100% agree, but he's so wishy washy right now. He just be in his own.
Yeah,
he be in his own vibe until somebody bring up some shit in the interview.
50 and
throw
M
his little
is the
cents.
two people he always gonna come out for. 50 and M. I mean M and Dre is the two people 50 always gonna come out for. Cause he feel like he owed him everything. But bro, the people Drake will bring out is Drake will bring out anybody from the coast.
It's gonna be that's what I'm telling you. It's gonna be
Gonna
the battle of the gods.
Bro, he got too many anthems. I ain't gonna Diddy got
Bruh.
about he got about 7 Biggie records that just but dog, I'm talking Dre got some of the biggest records in the world. He get the whole NWA joints. You know when they play Fuck the Police, everybody going crazy in the club, bro. If he produced Many Men, if he play that, it's a wrap, bro. It's bro. 2001. My name
Diddy,
is bro.
Diddy is gonna come out. He's gonna do that little stupid ass dance he do,
Bro.
And then Mary gonna come out and do her 2-step.
What happened when he get into that doggy style bag? It's a wrap. What happened when he had niggas performing Pac records?
Bro, it's gonna
Hendrick probably come out and gonna perform Pac records for him. It's a wrap, bro.
He ain't going out so easy. That's all I can say.
Man, so Diddy better battle. Diddy could battle Hove.
Diddy had whatchamacallit, right, too.
Diddy and Hove, right? Diddy and Hove would be better than.
Didn't he produce some De La Soul shit too?
Oh no. Diddy and Hove would be better than Diddy and Dre though.
Hove can't touch. Nah. Like when it comes to Hove music, Hove got a battle with just his music. Just his shit. Diddy got executive producer, he got his shit.
Hove got some records, dog.
Hove ain't. I'm sorry. Hove can't touch Diddy. Hove can't touch Diddy, bro.
You capping.
Hove can't touch Diddy.
You capping.
Like Hove got hits. He got an arsenal. But Diddy got Diddy is some bro. Some of Diddy's shit. Just if it happened, bro. If it happened, whoever he go against, and like he said, he only want to go against Dre. If he go against Dre, you gonna see that it's gonna be way closer. That crowd, bro. That's what I'm saying. The Fat Joe and Ja Rule shit, it should not have went the way that it did.
No, Ja lit him up, bro.
The first half, Ja, I ain't gonna lie, Ja lit this man up. The first half,
it was over
that second half, he came shooting. That second half,
he was shooting, but he wasn't hitting.
The crowd participation and shit was the only thing. Like them Ashanti, them J-Lo records, them shits, you couldn't run away from them shits if you tried back in the day. Oh. You could not escape them songs. The Fat Joe records, granted, they still hits too, but
Fat Joe knew it was over. He say, Nelly, just perform hot in here, bro. I don't know what to do.
I don't even know what the fuck that was. Nelly didn't even. He knew first of all, Nelly don't sound like himself at all.
Nelly, something wrong with Nelly's voice. He might be sick or something because when he was doing the verses with when he was doing the verses with what's bro name? Luda. Yeah. That was just this year or late. I think it was early this year. It might have been late last year. His voice wasn't late like that, so he gotta be sick or hoarse or something. Cause
I don't know what that was, but and then I don't know why he performed his own song.
Bro, cause he knew it was a wrap. Joe knew it was over, man.
Nah, Joe came back swinging.
And then what Joe they don't understand. Playing your new I get it.
Yeah,
he ain't got that many that newer people's gonna know, so he had to play all the way up and stuff. And
you can't do new unless your new shit is a certified classic.
And that's what I was saying last week about Drake and Kanye. Drake, trust when put it like this, in 20 years, if they do verses again, nobody is gonna be able to beat Drake. But right now, his verses, his songs are still new. You feel me? Best I ever had and stuff like that. That's gonna ring off more than stuff his bigger records like maybe One Dance stuff off Views because that's still new to us. Best ever had. Some of us probably forgot about that. You feel me? So his record's still new. In 20 years, nobody gonna be able to rock with Drake. But if Drake was to battle Wayne or Kanye or something like that, we don't hear a million stuff like that 24/7 like we hear Drake. So when those come on, it's gonna
Yeah,
take us back to that time where, yo,
he thought. Yeah, that's why that was the biggest downfall of Fat Joe. Though he thought some of his newer shit would ring off a little bit better,
same thing
but
happened with
if
Gucci and Jeezy.
yeah, some of your newer shit, like we don't really know that. Like we still got that. It's that nostalgia factor.
Yeah,
Like
verses is about
once them
nostalgia.
once them jaw records came on, it's like, all right, this shit. I remember how this shit used to make me feel back in the
For
day. This shit
sure.
used to, this shit used to come on 5 times on the radio, and I seen this shit word for word every time. But the Fat Joe records that he did, like his classic songs that he did play, is like now you doing something. But when he was playing his newer shit, it's like, all right, we don't really know this. So if you throw this against a certified classic, you know, that Ja was going. He told you himself, I ain't got no new shit.
For
I
sure.
ain't had no new shit in a long time. So I'm gonna let you have all of these classic records.
For sure. No, man, I
That
rock
was
with
the
it though.
that, that was the killing point.
They
He
say they got another versus that's gonna be crazy coming up soon. I don't know which one it is, but we gonna see, man. Drake, I don't think he ever do. Only way Drake could do a versus if it's Wayne. 50's not gonna do a versus. Um,
nope.
it's I don't think Hove. I don't think they got the bag to pay Hove to do a versus.
Hov will have to do it as a
Yeah,
common
they and
type
if they
shit.
do it with Hove, it'll have to be. You feel me? It'll have to be perfect. Everything have to be ready. It ain't gonna be no. You ain't gonna like how they deal with the locks and dips. So you ain't finna tell Hove then we gotta cut it short. Only 5 more records. Hove gonna shut. He not gonna do that. It gotta be perfect for him to do it, man. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, man. I still enjoy him. I'm curious to see what else they'll do, man. But man, I enjoyed the verses, man. The new Wu-Tang episode 4 came out, man. I
I
enjoyed
was
it.
I enjoyed it too. Shit, I enjoyed it, but the one thing I like, it was real introspective because it was like I ain't really, I was, I'm big on Wu Tang and shit like that, but I didn't really know, they was beefing like the way that they was, shootout shit, and and I know some of the shit is played up a little bit more
Yeah,
for the story and keeping views and shit like that. But RZA trying to get all of them to squash their shit and come together to make this shit happen. Like it was real introspective to see they saw everybody saw and shit, and how they came together. But I wanted episode 4. I wanted them to get right into the shit, start laying verses and
no, that's what I
get in the
was hoping.
studio. I was hoping for that shit, but I mean, I like I said, I ain't mad at the episode. Wednesday gonna come fast. Wednesday gonna come fast as shit. So we gonna see episode 5, but
Yeah, it was just setting stuff up, man. Cause
yeah,
Ghost really was. He was the first. Even in real life, Ghost was kind of the first member of Wu Tang, and that was one of the things. Staples, Park Hill versus Stapleton. Ray and Ghost was from two separate projects who they had beef. That's
yeah,
part of that is real true to the story, man. And that was kind of the first domino to fall. Them burying they beef, man. I enjoyed the project like you. I was like when I first saw it, I thought it was gonna get resolved a little quick and they was gonna get into some more stuff. I was
yeah,
looking forward to seeing them record, but then once I halfway in, I'm okay. They gonna do this thing the whole episode and then resolve it towards the end. I enjoyed it, man, seeing that really just cause to see how Ghost and Raekwon started off beefing, not being cool, but then now they just did a versus earlier this year against each other.
Yeah.
And in the Wu-Tang, they became the best of friends when basically both of their best projects kind of or their most notorious projects, only been for Cuban Links. Ray stuff
Hmm.
with this, you could consider it a collab album with him and Ghost.
Yeah.
Same thing with Iron Man. You could consider that a collab album between Ray and Ghost and Capadonna. So seeing them, when you were seeing them go through all that, then to know they became, the best of friends in life, is you appreciate it for sure though.
Yeah.
I'm just hyped because I know what 36 chambers mean to me. I know how good
Yeah.
it was. So I'm just hyped to see them really get into that, man. Cause we still gotta see. We done saw Master Killer hanging around Jizz a couple times, but we ain't
Right.
seen
Yeah.
him really meet RZA yet and get into it. We ain't seen you got kick with all them outside of meth yet. We still trying to see Inspector Deck really get out and kick it with people, man. So it's
Yeah, because he was locked up and shit too.
yeah,
But coming off of episode 3, when it ended, he started playing them beats. He said, "Oh, I got a plan for all of us." I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh, they should get into the shit." But it was a little disappointing. But like I said, seeing
oh for sure,
seeing all of that, it's needed. It's needed if you want to tell the whole story. If you want to get everything in line and shit, so you know exactly where they came from, how it came together, the different it struggles and everything. It ain't just
no for
a
sure,
piece of cake, bringing 8 dudes together and just collabing, especially with like Ghostface. He was saying in the show too, like you got to come with it if you want. Everybody want to be a rapper right around this time.
for sure,
Every everybody still want to be a rapper today, but like this was a new thing. You hear the Ice Cube joints on ringing off on the radio, like on the radio in the background. You hear Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre shit playing in the background, and it's like, okay, this is around that time, that era.
for sure.
It's like everybody want to make it, and 8 dudes coming together and doing something that really ain't nobody really done is gonna have its struggles. It's gonna, have its difficulties getting everybody together. So it was needed. This episode was definitely needed.
No, for sure. That's for sure. And then what I like about the show is you could take some life lessons from that, man. Like just the Ray and Ghostface stuff. Then they owe the brothers like they big homies. Seeing stuff like that, you could kind of see it's just like he said, y'all was homies back in the day. You talking about Ghost and Ray beefing, but y'all the same stuff. Y'all was the best of friends back in the day. What happened? And that made them think about it like, yo, back in the day, you took the rap for me because I was getting the answers for everybody. And it was like, yeah, because I knew the class needed you to pass. So I'd rather take the rap so you could still be here to help everybody. And that's just life lessons that people could take from it. Ray and Ghost, you see, when Ghost was like, he shot at me. And Ray said, I wasn't shooting at you. I
It's just the
was,
idea.
yeah, it was the idea of it. I don't even really know you. You ain't never even did nothing to me, but you feel it's that's really what beef is.
Yeah,
You got bro, you got niggas
that's what I
who
be saying right now. Like this gang shit and shit right now is different from
yeah,
when we grew up or back in the day. Before we, was born and shit, it's different now. Like these niggas don't even know what they
bro,
beefing about. They more so beefing about colors now
yeah,
and shit like that. It ain't
cause
even got like I don't know you from nowhere, bro.
bro.
Like
That's the
gang
thing.
shit, gang shit used to be different because it's like, all right, you got different hoods and shit, but like it was close enough to where like y'all still know each other. Y'all went to school together and shit like that. Y'all know who is who and like whether you was beefing or shit like that. But nowadays it's like my some random nigga from fucking, Naperville who claimed he claimed a certain set just because he want to, and he come around in Chicago's talking crazy, and it's like, now I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna kill you. I ain't never even met you. I ain't never seen
For sure.
you. I didn't grow up around you. This ain't even no real beef. This is because you said you affiliated with something that's not me.
No, for sure. That line hit me though. That I don't want to shoot that driver, shooting that thought, because that's most of it. Some of these dudes, you join a gang and immediately you just
You
inherited
ride
ops.
for yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
what I be
like.
saying. They be joining gangs and then you take on other people's beefs. It's like
Yeah,
I ain't never like he was saying Ghost. He put the gun up to his power his family, his dad, his mom at the shop, and then Raekwon went and shot up at him. And it was like, nigga, that ain't even my family. I joined the gang, but I'm taking on your beef
yeah.
because you my boy. I get it, but it's like it's a brotherhood and shit like that. But like my nigga, I don't know him.
No, and
He never met him.
that's how
He
he
never did.
said.
Like he, we could we could have very well been best friends from the get go. Like even
Exactly.
though they best friends and shit now, but it's like we could have been best friends from the get go because we both shared, this love for music
Bro,
and shit
like
like
RZA
that.
said, y'all the same person. Ghost, you been my man from day one, but Ray been my homie too. Y'all the exact
Yeah,
same person from the other side. Yeah, like y'all the same person. Y'all just on two different sides. Y'all from two different projects who just happen to be in tour with each other. But how we see how they friends now, if y'all would just sit down and get to know each other, if y'all knew, you feel me, y'all would be the best of friends one day, then y'all wouldn't even have no reason to be beefing. And I appreciate it because it's just showing people, sometimes you need somebody might watch that and they might some click in their head like he had a point. I don't know why I just robbed that dude. I wouldn't have shot it. I don't even really got a reason. It's almost something I felt like I had to do. So I appreciated that, man. It's just lessons. And little gems they dropping for people who might be going through the same thing. I was watching an interview about Wu-Tang and they were saying having 8, 9 members when you include Capadonna, it's a blessing because you know they all from around the same place, but they different. And
yeah.
if you don't
Everybody got
relate to, Jizza say stuff in a certain way. He more Jizza is, he real. His mind different. He say stuff in a real intricate, real lyrical way. Maybe you don't relate to him, but maybe you could relate to Ghost, or maybe you could relate to Ray, or you feel me, you might relate to Old Dirty, or it's 9 members, so you're gonna relate to somebody, and they all how they portraying it, they all going through their different things right now, and somebody you gonna latch on to one member, and you're gonna relate to them, you're gonna take something from it, and that's kind of what I like about them. That's kind of what I just love about the group. You're gonna love somebody, and you're gonna take something from all of them, and that's why they was talking about it in the interview I watched. They did they group project 36 Chambers Wu-Tang Forever, but they had to do their solo stuff too. You feel me? Because that gave them a platform where I'm not sharing necessarily, which it ain't a problem, but I'm not sharing my spotlight with 9 other guys now. Now I can get somebody all of me and they can see more of me. And it'll probably be easier for them to, you feel me, once they see the full scope of who I am on my solo project, they probably could relate to me more. Now when we come back together as Wu Tang, you feel me, to bring more people in because we reach more people
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I'm just excited to. I don't even really know how many more episodes. I think they were going around 10 or 12 again. So man, we still got a lot of episodes to go. We still going. I'm ready to get into the stuff now. They done semi resolved. They just at least they got Ray and Ghost into a place where it's like, okay, we could both be in the same group. So I'm just happy to move forward with the music, man.
The making of the music,
Yeah.
that's where I'm gonna be the most hyped at.
But man, we last week we promised the people we was gonna get into the albums we thought was the best this year. You got your list.
Uh,
I mean, you want me to go first, or you want to share yours, or
you
well
go first.
we could however you want to share yours.
Yeah,
I'll go first, or we could go
back
in order, and I say what I got in my 10, and then we work down to one. However you want to do it.
uh,
Um, bro, did I delete? I know I ain't delete my. Here go my list on. Okay, I'm gonna get off some honorable mentions that didn't make my top 10, but they still amazing projects. These didn't make my top 10. Bo Jackson by Bodie James, Right Outside, my top 10. The Off Season by J. Cole, Right Outside my top 10. Um
damn, J.
conflicts of- man, conflicts of
I gotta hear
interest by
your list
Gets.
now.
Yeah, Conflicts of Interest by Gets, Right Outside. That's one of my favorite albums on Overseas UK guy, man. That album is amazing, man. I think I sent that to the group chat earlier this year and was telling people to check it out. That album is amazing. Hitler Wears Hermes 8, right? That's at 11. It just missed my top 10, man. Westside Gunn. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. I love that. And it's new, so I didn't put it in my top 10. I really love it though, but that on the album we talked about earlier, by the time I can get to Phoenix by Injury Reserve, that's in a running. So that's right outside. I just heard it, so I'm gonna sit with it. We probably gonna do this again at the end of the year and show our final list. That probably will be
Yeah,
longer, probably go to like 25 or something. But I just gotta sit with it and live with it a little more, man. But you got any honorable mentions before I get into my whole list?
honorable mentions. I got um Alchemist.
For
Shit,
sure.
what was what was the album name? Shit.
I think I skipped that one just because it was a shorter joint.
Yeah, it was real short. God damn, I can't think of the name of it right now. I just had it right
Out
here on
joint.
my list. Uh,
I remember which joint you talking about. I can't think of it though.
Carry the Fire. He had a couple this year though. Alchemist had Carry the
The
Fire.
things of ours.
The Things of Ours. Yeah, that was another one.
Yeah.
I think he had those two this year. What else on my honorable mentions? Uh, Justin Till, Corday. That was a decent. I don't know if he called it an album or an EP.
Looks like a little EP joint.
Yeah, that's why I ain't put it on my. I mean, like it ain't make the list, but
For sure.
it was honorable mention. Who else? Uh, Unlocked 1.5. Denzel Curry.
Denzel Curry. For sure.
Yeah, that was honorable mention. And then uh, Pyrex Picasso,
Paris Picasso. For sure. For sure.
Benny the Butcher. Yeah, that honorable mention as well.
Man. All right. I guess I'll get into my list then. At number 10, I got a Martyr's Reward by Ka. I think I mentioned that earlier, a couple episodes ago. Ka, he one of the goats, a real conceptual dude, man. Just a dope artist. Descendants of Cain, amazing album. Um, Honor Killed the Samurai, amazing album. Descendants of A Martyr's Reward, that ain't no different, man. Call top level rapping. You could say it's some abstract conceptual stuff. Um, that's a newer album too, so it might go up as I listen to it more before the end of the year. At number 9, I got Town by Your Old Drew. Um, dope. New York MC. He been killing it for a couple years now. Real dope album. It's some joints I really rock with off that joint. Real conceptual too. He got one song on the album. Time. It's a story that I rock with. He had a Doom feature. One of the last features Doom did before he passed. ASAP Rock on that joint. Blue on that joint. Album next weekend. A homie from Chicago, Mick Jenkins on that joint. Wiki on that joint too, dropping the album. I think he might be dropping next week or the week after that, sometime soon. First week of October, matter of fact. But the Magic Watch is just a dope album, a dope song, concept song, story, just some time traveling stuff about a magic watch. People get the magic watch and they go back in a period of time, see their grandma, go back to when you feel me, they committed a murder for the first time to try to stop themselves and all that. Just a dope concept of a song I rocked with. Um Number 8, I got All the Brilliant Things by Skyzoo. Man, Skyzoo, underrated, real dope MC, dope spitter. He really one of the most underrated Cole out right now. If you rock with the style of like J. Cole, he he in that lane. It's a jazz infused album, a lot of jazz samples on this project. Skyzoo, a real introspective, lyrical dude, but he do it in a way where, and his subject matter is it's the stuff kind of like J. Cole with a regular person who ain't too flashy, who ain't concerned about all this stuff, who just being them, but they introspective and the normal person can relate to. He one of those type of dudes, man. So it's a real dope album, man. He got an album from last year produced by Pete Rock. I think it's called Metropolitan. Um, he a Brooklyn MC, so it's Brooklyn. He a dope. But number 7, I got Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler. That's, man, it take you back, man, to them DJ drama tapes. You feel me, Wayne, and it just that era we was talking about when mixtapes was still prevalent, man. Yeah, I just miss that time, the dedications and all that, man. I miss that period of time because mixtapes used to be where people was really spitting. Like they just want to flex their skill. It wasn't none of the this my album and I gotta worry about what the label want me to do. I gotta worry about appealing to the masses. The mixtape, well, I'm just going ham and rapping. And I feel like this what Tyler made it an effort to do on this. You know, he had Flower Boy and Igor both amazing albums, but he wasn't necessarily it wasn't like Igor won best rap album, but even Tyler said it's not even really a rap album. It was more so I'm just making good music. You feel me? So this, I feel like this was Tyler getting back in his bag. He had Wayne. He one of them joints where Wayne was back spin again. Wayne was back spin again, man. He had like 42 Doug. He got a good verse, a real good verse out of 42 Doug, man. Um, and just making use of when you get features, use them to the best of their ability and plug them in where they fit amazingly, man. That young boy feature was, I think, a really great feature, man. Just a real enjoyable album. That's like that's another one that been growing on me. Um, Death and the Magician by DJ Muggs and Rome Streets. I think I heard that real early in the year, real grimy, lyrical. Just put you in that vibe like Griselda and Mob Deep and Wu-Tang used to give you, man. Just grimy spitting. They just set that atmosphere, man, that I really enjoyed. Five, Sound Ancestors by Madlib. It's an instrumental album, but Madlib, greatest producer of all time to me. He just amazing. His catalog, Pinata, Bandana, Freddie Gibb albums, Mad Villainy, man. Anything Madlib touch. You see he on Westside Gunn new album that's coming out. Anything he touches just, you feel me, amazing. So production, a lot of people they don't really listen to instrumental projects, but Madlib done dropped some amazing ones. You got you got Donuts by Jay Dilla. That's one of the greatest albums of all time. So I enjoyed this one. Um, Number four, I got a magnificent day for an exorcism. 13 Pharaoh Monch. That joint is amazing. I heard that joint came out early this year. I've been having that joint on replay all year. If you know Pharaoh Monch, a lot of people don't know him, but everybody you might not think you know him, but you don't heard records by him. He done work with so many Common, Busta Rhymes, bro. All the OGs. He got joints with I think Styles P. Just a lot of dudes, man. Um, think of him if you how how people put Eminem on a pedestal. That's kind of the pedestal I always felt like Pharoah Monch should be on, cause it's similar, real lyrical rhyming, like rhyming to the extreme degree. But I don't think he got the lows that Eminem had. But man, that's an amazing project, man. Um, Top level rapping on my list of like my favorite records from this joint. I probably got like four off that. Just stand out joints for me. Fight featuring Cyphers Hill was an amazing record. The Magician was an amazing record. Scarecrow, that was an amazing record referencing um the Wizard of Oz, man. That I really enjoy, bro. Um Really my top four real close. Three, I mentioned Billy Woods earlier, Elucid Arm& Hammer, they group, Harem by them, Abstract, just reflecting on the world in the shambles it's in, the violence and stuff, but understanding the people, the people out here suffering, committing crimes, killing or whatever, understanding that it ain't it just ain't it ain't them being bad. That's it's the corrupt system, man. Corrupt system, corrupt people, bro. And you feel me? Force them into a corner that they got to do stuff that maybe that's not necessarily what they soul wants to do, but it's survival of the fittest, man. Um, Two and one close for me. I ain't gonna lie, they real close to me. Two, I got Pray for Haiti by Makami. Executive produced by Westside Gunn, man. Makami, he's the best rapper alive to me right now, man. He got my favorite bar of the year off that joint on. What he say? You think your rap's braggadocious? Put this 38 in your mouth. Go ahead, spit your magnum opus, bro. That joint's so hard. He said something else, man. I put this biscuit to your tea like you from England. Just, bro, my call me hard. Another abstract dude, real grimy, jazzy rap. Um, Westside Gun on that joint. What's his homie on? The God Fahim on that joint, man. It's amazing. Listen, number one, I have to go with Sometimes I might be introvert by Lil Sims. I think that's just amazing rapping mixed with amazing music to me. And you can feel the hunger in her as a younger artist that's not maybe as established as these other dudes I named. You could just feel the hunger to want to prove I'm the best. Man, I locked in and I gave my all to this album. And you feel me? This everything. You could tell she put everything in this album. Her best friend production, all that stuff like that, man. It's just, man, I have that all these albums, really my top four, these all classic albums to me already, and they just dropped this year. So yeah, man. What you got for us, Mike?
All right. Yeah, my list. It's a little bit different, but we're gonna go right in. Shit number 10. We just talked about Pink Siifu,
Thanks for food for sure.
his Gumbo album. If y'all ain't heard that, go listen to that. Underground shit, one of the best out right now. I do gotta give a shout out to to a couple other people I didn't give a shout out to though. Mike, Disco.
Right, Disco. I forgot about Disco.
Forgot about Disco. What else? Shit, we forgot about another one that Alpha, Davies, Harry Fraud. Harry Fraud went on the tear this year too. Because he had like 3 different joints.
Benny joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
He for sure on there.
I forgot to shout out.
I ain't shout out my boy Ransom. He got some heavy
Oh
as the
shit.
head. Yeah.
Man, number
7 too. Both
number
amazing.
what? Number 8, number 9.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to I'm gonna give it to my boy Conway, La Macchiana. Like that's one of my go-to right now.
For sure.
Just the sound, it's short, concise. The sound on it is, and he really spitting that shit though. He like I said all the time, Brazil, they keep their name in the picture, like at all times. They gotta be seen, they gotta be heard. And Conway, he been going crazy. The other shout out before I get to number 8, the other shout out was Isaiah Rashad. The house is burning. Yeah, that was a good one.
My boy Vince Staples too.
Oh, Vince Staples.
I name him on my list.
Yeah,
he's probably in my top 20 though.
Yeah, he dropped Vince Staples. So number 8, I gotta give. I'm gonna say Donda.
Man.
Donda made my top 10. Like even as much mainstream and all the shit we went through. Like I went to the fucking concert.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm still listening to songs off that joint. It go up. The songs that you do fuck with, they go up.
Yeah, that's how I felt, man. They probably be my top 25. Like I said, the songs, the highs are high. Like the highs on the album are high.
But the most, I'm gonna say the production is what did it the most for me.
For sure.
The production was nasty on that joint. Who else? Number 7, I got the plugs I met too. Benny and Harry Fraud. Without saying a word, they right back at you. He dropped so much shit this year that
sure.
But that's one of his better projects this year. His best body of work this year. Go listen to that. J. Cole, the off season, came in number 6. The way he stepped out, gave us the album, went back into hiding. Like he didn't give a fuck about nothing everybody else was going through.
For sure.
He dropped his shit and went about his business, What else I got? Number 5. This is a mix up 5. It was either I'm gonna go with Pray for Haiti number 5.
Pray for Haiti for sure.
Pray for Haiti. Like Mac Homney, still go stupid. Y'all already know. We still on the lookout for all the rest of his shit. He released, man. He got some gems, and this was a classic.
For sure.
to even touch the top 5 this year. This you had to be something special. You know,
For sure.
number 4, I gave to King's Disease too.
He in my top 20 for sure.
Nas, he came through spitting. Him and Hit Boy, they was on a tear. I personally, I like one a little bit better.
I take 2.
I like one a little bit better. Two, two still. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna take if it was one or two. I'm gonna go with 2, but I just resonate a little bit more.
No, I feel that for
When
sure.
he came out spitting and shit.
For sure.
3, I got Pheromones.
13 for sure.
Yeah, and 13. I remember, man, when I first was like, "Yo, you heard this?" That shit,
As soon as that was one of them albums. As soon as it dropped, I was already. I probably
yeah,
pre-saved it.
yeah, that shit right there. You already gave the whole spiel about it, but y'all need to go listen to that. Go listen to some of his earlier work too. Y'all definitely heard of him. But man, talk about a hip hop legend. Hip hop legend. Uh,
True.
Number 2, I got Call Me If You Get Lost.
Tyler.
Tyler, he he did what needed to be done.
For
He did
sure.
what needed to be done, and man, that was one of the display because we all been gearing up for Donda. We've been hearing about Drake all year. We heard about J. Cole with everything that he was going through. And I'm like, man, for you to come out and show these niggas like it's me. It's me. I could produce. I could, I could rap. I could sing. I could whatever you need. I got it. And my God, this display he put on, and then my top right now that
I feel
like
like
I'm
it's gonna
going
be a
back,
wild one.
bro. It's like no, you you might not have it as high as I do right now, but this is one that I go back to. I go back to nonstop all year long. I've been going back to it, and he like we talked about him a lot. Rants
Man.
the and this is the
The
seven
7
joint.
joint.
Yeah, the 7 joint.
He had
That's
some
my
stuff on
that's
there.
that one right there. Between just him, he going so crazy on
Yeah,
that
the
one, and then
features.
the fucking
Royce.
Royce on Gluttony, on
Um,
Gluttony. No, he was on Greed.
yeah.
On Greed,
Who else he had on there? What's my
he had
man's
no
name?
Lloyd
Lloyd
Banks was
Banks.
on. Lloyd Banks was on
Yeah.
Gluttony.
Lloyd
Fucking
Banks was on.
Jr. was on Sloth. Man,
It's nice having Lloyd Banks back, man.
yeah, Lloyd Banks. Fucking give him a shout out too because he dropped the
Shout
album
out
this
to
year.
his album. What's the name of his album, man? I
Lloyd
forgot.
Banks.
The
Lloyd
Inevitable.
Banks. He what the fuck was it called?
It was something like the Inevitable something.
Of course, of the Net.
Yeah,
Yeah, that joint was hard.
for sure.
Just having Lloyd Banks back though, like man, he came through and spit some shit. But man, Ransom been on a tear. He
No,
been on a
he got what 3 projects this year. The 7 joint, Heavy as the Head, Crime Scenes, man. Director's Cut 3, was that this year? Or was that last year? That was last year in August. But yeah, he 3 projects in. He got one coming with Rome Streets in
mm-hmm.
October, I believe. Man, so yeah,
That
I'm on
was
it too.
just seven.
If
That
we
was
had to power rank rappers in general this year, he'd be one or two with me, probably with
oh
Murakami.
yeah. He definitely up there this year because he in
Three
the
top
display
quality projects for sure.
three super quality projects and the features on there on all three of them. The features, just his rapping ability,
Yeah,
fucking you can't you can't go wrong
for
with
sure.
the way Ransom been going right now. Like that's one of my favorites this year. And this is more too that like my list always fluctuating right now, but and some of them mainstream projects probably because I listen to them a little bit more. Like like the off season made it up there, Kings of Thieves made it up there. I listen to them, you know, just because those are some of my favorite rappers,
For sure.
right?
The year ain't over
So
yet.
yeah, the year ain't even over yet. Fourth quarter, we still gonna have fourth quarters with everybody who need to be heard. They lay it all out. That way
For sure.
if that way they the last person you hear from the year. You can roll into the new year still listening to their shit. You know, they ain't get washed up over the summer and in fourth quarter they ain't get washed up
For
and
sure.
pushed to the side.
Yeah, man. We
But
already. Yeah,
shit, is my list could go on like I'm sure you already said you got top 25s, top 30s, top. I mean, I'm sure we can go to 50,
for
but
sure.
because it's some shit that dropped this year,
For sure.
and I'm man, Bodie James, I still be listening to.
No, that's
His
facts,
shit,
man. We
his shit
already
was
got into new music for next week. Man, it's anything you looking forward to before the year end? Artists you want albums from, or rumors you don't
like
heard maybe about albums?
like we talked about already. Kendrick, I
So
I I definitely could take a Kendrick album in the year, right? You know, for the Kendrick album.
I'm ready for a Joy album, man. Been a minute.
Joey, yeah. I mean, last thing he dropped was
He dropped
what?
the EP last year or
Yeah,
early
little
this year.
EP.
But his last album, what was that? All American Badass, maybe? I think.
Yeah, All American Badass was his last.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
it
for
was his
some.
last.
Alchemist just did an interview. He said the album he was working on with Earl finished. He just waiting on Earl to drop it. He say, I mean, anything Earl do amazing, but he say it's amazing. Another one of them short joints. So
The man, the features because he was on both of his projects, wasn't he? This year,
yeah,
Alchemist. He had he had Earl on both projects, I believe. Yeah, let's see, what he, Haram. Was it Haram? Yeah, he was on Haram. Um, and then I want to say he was on something else too.
I heard him appeared on a couple joints, man.
He was
Bro,
on something else.
what was I just listening to earlier that had Earl on it? Oh, that was Harem. That had Earl on it. But yeah, he been making his appearances on different stuff this year. I mean,
The if he rapping like um falling out the sky, that was on that Alchemist project, and
nah,
he
man,
rapping like that,
he
then
definitely.
I'm I'm ready to hear whatever he got,
If it's
man.
21 minutes, I know he definitely snapping. To make sure you got to hear everything. He getting everything, all his points across, all flushing out all his ideas, thoughts. Man,
Even if it's longer, man, I'm ready for Earl.
But
That's one of my go-to guys.
definitely looking
That's
forward to Earl. I feel like Crit might have an album coming soon.
Mick Jenkins. I know he said he
Yeah.
done, so I'm waiting on that one.
No Name album. I think her album's finished and she finna start rolling out. I believe she said that on Twitter. I'm still looking for Lupe album that he did. That he say that's his Illmatic. Um Albums that I like before the year ends. It's about time for another ASAP Rocky project. He all he one of those old underrated dudes, I feel like. Maybe because I don't think he necessarily make party records, but I also don't think he fit into the category of um miracle lyrical rap. He more so in the he just make amazing music and he's a very underrated, just technically skilled rapper. I definitely wouldn't be mad at another ASAP Rocky project soon. Um Other albums, man. You never know. Um I don't need another whole project because I mean his legacy cemented. I wouldn't be mad at one though, man. He popped up a couple times this year, so he definitely working. Um, who else would I be looking? Saba, I know he going through a lot though right now, but Saba one of my favorite artists in general.
You know whatever he got. I mean, once he do finally get in the studio or whatever, if he not in there right now, he gonna lay them emotions out on the home, whatever he got coming, and that's gonna make for a good album. Like, granted, I don't I don't need it from him if he going through stuff. You know, I'll give people their time to mourn, grief, you know, stuff like that. But like them emotions translated into an album is gonna be something nice. It's definitely gonna be something nice.
No, man, for sure, man. Again, he going through
I
stuff. He
know
done lost a lot.
I know we gonna hear from them Griselda next.
Oh
We
yeah, they
gonna
got a
hear from them
couple.
from Shane Noir said her shit done.
Yeah, her stuff coming in November. She's just said like today or
Yeah.
yesterday. Um,
Um who was
Conway
that?
still
Westside?
owe his he the only one still on Shade. He the only one on Shady. He still owe his debut album for Shady. They kind of I don't know. I guess been pushing back. He said he been tweaking it just to make sure it's amazing. You feel me? He ain't want to just not, an
You
album
know I
not to
need
be of quality and people say, "Oh man, you was leaving Shady, so you just gave him anything." So
you know I need that one.
man, Boogie, Westside Boogie for sure. We've been waiting on the album from him for a while.
Yeah. Westside Boogie, I need that.
Um,
Um Westside Gunn said Liz 2
for sure. I know
should be coming.
I know Stove got cooking up right now. Um,
Who else he said? He said somebody else had something on the way too. Maybe he's done with it. Was it Rick Hyde?
you know, so many people, boy. I be forgetting, man. It's a lot of people to it's a lot of people to keep up with, man. You know what? I feel like Chance he working on something. His last big day won't receive well at all. So
Yeah, it
I feel
wasn't
like he
received.
really taking his time with this next project. So I'm waiting on it. I don't want him to rush it though. I don't feel like it's a need for him to rush it. Just take his time, feel, find find what's perfect for him. So man, I'm waiting on that. I ain't in a rush for it. Just cause I want it to be, you know, the best work. Meek Mill got a project coming. He just announced it.
Yeah,
Um he gave a release date. I forgot the release date. Let me check. Um Expensive Pain, October 1st. That's joint coming on 18 tracks. He already released Blue Notes 2 featuring Uzi, Flamethrowers, and sharing locations with Lil Baby and Lil Durk. Um His last project was Championships that I really rocked with. So I mean, it been a while. I'm definitely ready for that project. Um, man. Who else? Lil Baby working on his next project. He made a tweet a couple days ago talking about what producer should he use. He trying to make some stuff that's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Fabio Foreign album coming soon that Kanye producing. Roddy Rich said he is getting mastered. So those some big names that's coming before the year's over with. And I'm trying to make sure I ain't missing nobody else. Um, Pretty sure it's gonna be one or two like surprise drop that's not gonna be
No,
announced.
what's his name? He's supposed to be on the way too.
You say Travis?
Yeah, he was supposed to be on the way too.
Yeah, he is. I think Carti just said she was pregnant. I don't know if that's gonna push stuff back or what. But
Yeah, they
we'll see.
they're expecting a second child, so
No man.
weekend supposed to be coming too.
He did announce that. He did.
He announced that he's going whoever he
Yeah, man. I mean, we always gonna update y'all whenever we know new artists dropping, man. You got artist recommendation this week?
let me see. Oh, I'm just gonna stay in the same vein. Go listen to Pink Siifu. We gonna drop it in, comments, descriptions, whatever. Um,
Sure.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I'm gonna post it as
Sure.
well. That album Gumbo, go listen. And then once this is my biggest thing because underground artists work with other underground artists. When you go through this album, it's names on here that you probably never heard of. If
Sure.
they got a verse that you like,
Go check them out.
go check them out. Go and then you gonna naturally find music that you like. If you fuck with them, you won't. They got a catalog. I'm sure everybody that's on his album, they have that catalog. It ain't a person that's just jump on a track this one time and they ghost. They got music. Go listen to some of their shit. And this is the best way to find new artists. This is how I find new artists. This is how Eclipxs find new artists. We listen to somebody we found, whoever on their shit, you just keep the cycle going. You go
Sure.
listen, you check it out, and shit. That's how you. That's how you find people. If you find something, like I said, throw it in the comments or whatever. Tweet us, whatever. Let us know some shit that we ain't heard of. We ain't talk about them or none. Even if we did, tell us if you like the shit that we recommend. But that's my recommendation for today. Go listen to that album Gumbo. It came out August 3rd. Go check that out. Slept on.
Um, my artist of the week probably since I got the vinyl, I'm probably gonna say Queen Latifah. Um, Black Rain, All Hail the Queen, Nature of a Sister. Everybody know Unity. Um, just giving y'all a dope woman MC, man. It's a lot out there. Again, a lot of people forget her legacy, don't get her credit just because we remember her from Set It Off and all the movies she did. But you feel me? Before Will Smith, Common, Queen Latifah, a lot of these artists, before they became those movie stars, they were some of the biggest, some of the best rappers the world has ever seen. So I want y'all to go check them out for sure, man. And yeah, man. So go check her out. Again, man. We appreciate y'all love, the support, and everything, man. And keep giving us feedback, and We gonna keep putting y'all on the new music and just keep improving, man. As always, thank y'all.